If you're planning a cruise on Ruby Princess, one of the best things you can do is be prepared before boarding day. Because when you arrive at the cruise terminal, already knowing how things work, the entire experience becomes smoother, easier, and a lot more enjoyable. In this video, we're sharing everything you need to know before you step onto the ship.
Now, let's walk through everything you need to know before boarding Ruby Princess. I'm Pat.
And I'm Kathy.
And we are Calm Sea Cruise. To make embarkation day even smoother, there are a few important things you should take care of ahead of time. The first step is completing your Princess online check-in. This is done in the Princess Cruise app or on the Princess website. It allows you to upload your passport information, add a payment method for onboard purchases, and select your arrival time at the terminal, and review your travel documents. Taking care of this ahead of time can significantly speed up the boarding process. And another important step is to print your luggage tags. Princess will provide printable luggage tags in your cruise documents. These tags identify your cabin number so the crew can deliver your bags directly to your stateroom. It's best to attach these before you arrive at the port, but after you've completed your flight, if you have one. This will make the porter's job easy, and they can quickly collect your luggage when you pull up to the terminal. You'll also want to download the Princess Cruise MedallionClass app, which will be used throughout your cruise for things like dining reservations, scheduled activities, and onboard purchases. Getting familiar with the app before boarding helps you hit the ground running once you've stepped on board.
Another helpful thing to think about before your cruise is how you plan to get to the port. If you're sailing from San Francisco Pier 27, transportation options include rideshare service, taxis. Many cruisers also choose to arrive in San Francisco the night before their cruise to avoid travel stress on embarkation morning. This can make the start of the trip feel much more relaxed. And finally, it's always a good idea to double check that you have the most important items easily accessible. Your passport, boarding documents, medications, and travel essentials should always be kept in your carry-on bag. Having everything organized before leaving for the port makes embarkation day much easier and allows you to focus on the exciting part, starting your cruise.
So before you board Ruby Princess, your experience begins at Pier 27 in San Francisco. It's one of the most scenic cruise departures anywhere in the United States, but it's helpful to understand how embarkation works there. First, Princess assigns arrival windows during online check-in. Arriving during your assigned time helps keep the terminal organized and prevents long lines forming too early. When you arrive, porters will be available outside the terminal to collect your luggage. Be sure your Princess luggage tags are attached before you arrive so your bags can be delivered directly to your cabin later in the day. And please remember to tip the porters. A couple dollars per bag should suffice. Now, inside the terminal, the process usually moves in several steps. You'll pass through a security screening, then proceed to the check-in counters where Princess verifies your passport and boarding documents. And after that, you'll move through facial recognition or passport control, depending on the current procedure. One thing we noticed at Pier 27 is how bright and spacious the terminal feels, with large windows overlooking the bay. It's actually a very pleasant place to begin your cruise.
And once you finish check-in, you'll enter the final waiting area before boarding begins. From here, passengers are typically released in small groups to walk down the gangway and onto Ruby Princess. One tip we found helpful is to keep your passport, boarding pass, and medallion ready during this stage because you'll likely need to show them several times along the way. And then suddenly you're stepping on board and your cruise officially begins.
One of the most unique aspects of sailing with Princess is its MedallionClass technology. Instead of using a traditional cruise card, Princess provides each guest with a small wearable device called the Ocean Medallion. This device acts as your room key, boarding pass, onboard payment method, and location tracker all in one. When you approach your stateroom door, it will automatically unlock without needing to insert a card. It allows crew members to deliver food and drinks to your exact location anywhere on the ship. The Medallion works together with the Princess app, which lets you do things like check ship schedules, order drinks, locate friends or family on board, and make dinner reservations. For many passengers, it becomes one of the most convenient parts of the cruise experience. So before boarding, it's helpful to understand how dining works on board. The ship has several main dining rooms, including Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Botticelli. Depending on your reservation type, you may have traditional dining, which is you eat at the same time in the same restaurant with the same staff, or anytime dining, which allows you to choose your preferred time each night. Princess also offers a helpful feature in the app called Dine My Way. Using the Dine My Way feature, you can reserve your dining time in advance for each evening of your cruise. Making those reservations ahead of time can help you avoid the busy dinner rush. Ruby Princess also offers specialty dining venues, including Crown Grill and Sabatini's. These restaurants have an additional charge, but they offer a quieter atmosphere and a more elevated dining experience. Beyond that, there are several casually dining options available throughout the ship.
One of our favorite quick spots on board was the International Cafe, which stays open 24 hours and serves yummy pastries, sandwiches, desserts, and specialty coffees. There's also Slice Pizzeria, which is a great stop for a fast bite during the day. And the buffet offers a wide variety of options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The nice thing about Ruby Princess is there are many dining choices available, so planning a little ahead of time can help you decide what type of experience you want each day on the cruise.
So here's what you can expect from your stateroom on board Ruby Princess. Princess cabins are thoughtfully designed, but like most cruise ships, the rooms are more compact than a typical hotel room. Because of that, packing and unpacking strategically can make your cabin feel much more comfortable during the voyage. Items like magnetic hooks, packing cubes, and collapsible storage organizers can help maximize the available space. You want to have a small carry-on bag with essential items for embarkation day, since your checked luggage may take several hours to arrive in your stateroom. You want easy access to things like medication, a swimsuit, or a change of clothes. And here's another thing about your cabin you should know that makes a big difference. Cruise cabins often have limited electrical outlets, so bringing a non-surge protected power source or USB charging hub can make it much easier to keep phones, cameras, and other devices charged throughout the cruise. Just make sure the power strip is not surge protected, since cruise lines do not allow surge protectors on board.
Once you settle into your cabin, you'll likely notice how efficiently everything is arranged. The closets are surprisingly spacious. The bathrooms are compact but functional, although the shower can feel a little tight for Pat since he's 6'5". And if you have a balcony cabin, it provides a wonderful place to relax and enjoy those ocean views. With just a little organization, your stateroom quickly becomes a comfortable retreat where you can recharge between activities on board.
So after boarding Ruby Princess, many passengers head straight to lunch or immediately start exploring the ship. But one of the best things you can do on embarkation day is take a slow walk around the ship without a map and get familiar with the layout. Ruby Princess has several beautiful public spaces worth discovering early in the cruise. The piazza is the heart of the ship, where you'll often see musicians performing and guests gathering throughout the day. The Princess Theater hosts the ship's main production shows in the evenings, and you'll also find multiple lounges and bars around the ship where live music and entertainment take place each night. Now, here's an embarkation tip that can make your first hours on board more relaxing. When passengers first board, many people head straight to the Horizon Court buffet, which often becomes crowded during the first hours of the cruise. Instead, consider heading to the International Cafe or a specialty lunch venue if it's open. These spots are often much quieter after boarding and can be a comfortable place to relax while your stateroom is becoming available. Sometimes simply choosing a different path than the crowd can make embarkation feel much calmer.
And while you're waiting for cabins to open, this is also a great time to start exploring. Walk a few decks, find the pools, locate the lounges and restaurants you may want to visit later in the cruise. One helpful navigation tip is that the midship elevators do not all go all the way up to the spa or the fitness center. If you're heading to those areas, you want to take the forward elevators instead. And don't forget to check out some of the quieter spaces on the ship. The terrace pool at the very back of Ruby Princess offers beautiful wake views and is often much calmer than the main movies under the stars pool area. Getting oriented early helps the ship feel easier to navigate once everything becomes busier later in the evening.
One of the things that makes cruising on Ruby Princess really enjoyable is the variety of activities and entertainment happening throughout the day and evening. Each day you'll receive the Princess Patter, which outlines everything happening on board. You might see trivia games, cooking demonstrations, enrichment talks, live music, or dance classes scheduled throughout the ship. There are also production shows in the Princess Theater featuring singers and dancers, and stage productions designed specifically for the ship. And around the ship you'll find smaller venues too, hosting live musicians, pianists, and themed events in the evening. Another popular activity on board is Movie Under the Stars, where films are shown on the giant outdoor screen near the main pool. Watching a movie on top deck of a ship as it sails through the ocean is a unique cruise experience many guests really enjoy.
And if you prefer a quieter pace, there are plenty of relaxed activities as well. You might find live music drifting through the piazza, a game of trivia happening in a lounge, or a peaceful place to sit and enjoy the ocean views. Ruby Princess also has a library, which is a nice quiet space if you want to read or simply take a break from the activity around the ship. There's always something happening, but the ship never feels overwhelming. You can be as active or as relaxed as you want, and the flexibility is one of the things that makes cruising so enjoyable.
The highlight of departing on Ruby Princess is the Sailaway from San Francisco. As the ship leaves Pier 27, passengers gather along the railing to watch the skyline slowly drift away. Soon after departure, Ruby Princess passes directly beneath the Golden Gate Bridge, which creates one of the most memorable sailaway moments in cruising. Many guests head to the upper decks to take photos as the ship passes underneath the bridge.
Even if the weather is cloudy or foggy, the atmosphere is still magical. There's something special about standing on deck as the ship moves out onto the Pacific Ocean and adventure officially begins. It's a moment that reminds you that the cruise has really started.
So many cruises also hold a mandatory safety drill shortly after boarding. Unlike older cruise procedures, Princess now uses a digital muster process that allows guests to check in quickly and officially. Once that's complete, the evening is yours to enjoy.
And some passengers prefer a relaxed first night. Others jump right into exploring restaurants, entertainment, and live music. Either way, it's a great opportunity to settle into the rhythm of the ship and begin discovering what Ruby Princess has to offer. Cruising on Ruby Princess can be a wonderful experience, especially when you arrive prepared and ready to enjoy everything the ship offers. From the moment you step onto the San Francisco Cruise Terminal to the unforgettable Sailaway beneath the Golden Gate Bridge, the journey is filled with memorable moments. Understanding how embarkation works, how the medallion system functions, and how to plan your first day on board can make the entire experience feel smoother and more enjoyable.
So if you're planning a cruise on Ruby Princess, we hope this guide helped you Feel confident and excited before Embarkation Day arrives. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Calm Sea Cruise for more cruise tips, ship reviews, and port guides. And if you have any questions about Ruby Princess, feel free to leave a comment below. So thanks for watching. I'm Pat.
And I'm Kathy.
And until the next time, we wish you calm seas and smooth sailing.
Bye, everyone.